excited to be here with you guys today. And we are modeling some of the new Tibby pieces, which we're also super excited about. And we're going to talk about sweaters today. We were kind of chatting through what we could use as our topic for today's live, and it's finally sweater weather here. We have so many really amazing sweaters in the store. We were just kind of chatting through how we're trying to get connected to Instagram and connected. Is it going? Technical difficulties. Please hold. I want to make sure that you guys are with us before we continue. Oh, yeah, I think it's working.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's working.
Let me see. Yeah, there we are.
Cool.
Okay, hello. Thank you guys for joining us. Anyways, we are talking about sweaters today, and sweaters as tools in your wardrobe. I think we started kind of talking about pieces as tools when we started following Tibby, because Amy talks about that all of the time. And I think when you switch your perspective from thinking about your clothes as just clothing to really they are tools in your wardrobe, and they can help create different vibes. They can help tone things down. They can perform different functions in your wardrobe. I think that it gives you endless possibilities with your wardrobe and with styling. So we are going to talk through sweaters as tools today, and the different functions that they perform in your wardrobes, how you can style them. We're going to feature some of our new sweaters and some of our new pieces, especially heading into the holidays. So you guys can let us know if you have questions, and I'm reading them on Instagram, so let me know. And I'm going to let Caroline get started with what she's got on.
Perfect. Yeah, as Taylor said, we were ideating around potential live topics, and I think here at Tula we really see sweaters as one of the strongest tools in your wardrobe, so we were kind of very excited to talk about something we're all very passionate about. We will feature very few sweaters as traditional sweaters, so you'll see lots of creativity, hopefully some inspiration on how to style maybe pieces that exist in your wardrobe with a sweater to create a different vibe and different look. Okay, so I'm going to start by talking through a sweater as a tool for two things. One, to layer. So obviously you could wear this Alex Mill, it's the Notting Hill sweater in mid-gray. We actually just restocked this. It sold through very quickly previously. You could wear it as a sweater, but I love wearing it in this outfit as a scarf. So it totally adds to the look. Here I did a monochrome gray on gray to kind of keep that elevated look, but it also adds this functional element to really keep you warm. Especially on a cold evening out, or depending on where you live. I lived in New York for a long time. In New York, you always need to bundle up, and a sweater as a scarf is a really nice way to achieve that look without throwing on a scarf. I also find it's easier to kind of take off and stash in your bag or stash at the dining table versus a scarf that tends to be a little bit longer and harder to manage. So I love sweaters as a layering tool in that capacity. And then the second thing I want to call out, which is an unconventional sweater, is this beautiful Tibby. It's what's it called? The Angora V-neck. It's a top, but it also is a sweater. So it's made of Angora wool. It's a beautiful piece, but this really acts as a tool to create a silhouette. You can see, it has a very beautiful silhouette on its own, and is a complete outfit maker in this case. It adds interest and really defines this whole look. So I love it in that capacity. And then I do want to call out these pants Taylor mentioned. We are highlighting some of the new Tibby, and
They're
you're
so
remiss
good
to not call these out. I actually bought these for myself. I love them so much. They're the sheer gauze triple pleat wool pant. They're not overly sheer, but they do have some sheerness to them, which I think adds a little sexiness, a little bit of fun, something slightly different, some interest as well. So I think this is a nice balance of, something that's certainly not sheer, a bit larger, a little oversized, with a sheer pant to create some definition. So,
will you go through what someone's asking what sizes you're wearing?
yes, so I am wearing a small in this Tibby top. I'm traditionally a small or a medium in Tibby. In this scenario, I like the small because it wasn't too oversized. And then the pants are a 6, and I'm pretty consistently a 6 or a medium in Tibby pants. I'm always a 6 in the triple pleat, and these are no exception. You can kind of see they're not tight, but they certainly aren't overly large either. And then this, I think I just grabbed a small, but I would probably be a medium in this Alex Mill sweater.
Great. Love.
Perfect.
Okay. I'll let you
All right,
change, and I'll talk through my look. I also am wearing 2 new Tibby pieces, and I wanted to talk through how a sweater is a really good tool to add a chill element to maybe a piece that feels a little dressy or a little flashy or a little special, like a statement piece. I think that pairing it back to a sweater creates a really good balance of that like chill and relaxed feeling, which we love doing, and it just makes me feel more like myself and more comfortable. So I am wearing the sheer organza silk balloon skirt from Tibby. I am wearing a size 6. It's like kind of twisted, hold on. I'm wearing a size 6, so I also wear the size 6 in Tibby pants, the same ones that Caroline had on. I also wear the size 6, and those sit a little bit like lower rise. I would say this skirt sits higher rise, so this is the size 6, and it's definitely fitting like higher up on my waist. So if you want it to sit high rise, I would say go with your true size. If you want it a little bit lower, you might size up. In this, it's not elastic, it's just like a zip and just like a really simple waistband. You guys are wanting to see more details on it. Can you guys kind of see that? So size 6, high rise. It is completely sheer. It does have pockets, which is also really cool. And I just have it paired over a black footless legging. We are getting some in the store. This is just my personal pair, but we have some from Commando coming if you need a good legging. And then paired it with, again, this like sheer skirt is maybe something, unless I'm like totally dialing it up, it's not something that I'm just gonna throw on and wear with like a really fitted top or with something that's like equally like sheer and sexy on top, unless I'm really going for that look. Most of the time, I'm probably gonna reach for something to help balance it out. So a t-shirt or a sweater, I think still helps it feel occasion appropriate. So this is something that I would definitely wear for the holidays or out to a nice dinner or to a party or event. And it still feels like elevated and really cool, but I feel like really relaxed and comfortable. I don't know what this sweater is called. I think it's just the Tibby oversized cashmere turtleneck in like this really cool charcoal gray. This is a size extra small / extra small. It's pretty oversized, as you can tell. So I do like to pull the sleeves up so that you can see some skin here. And then it's got this really cool detail along here. So it's definitely long enough to where you can wear it with something that's sheer like this. And then it's got these,
So cool.
yeah, it's kind of a cool
And
detail.
it's hidden when you're wearing it like this.
Yeah, you can't tell,
Yeah.
but then if you unbutton this here, you can pull these. And I think you can do this on both sides, but like you can pull it, you can tie it, you can kind of like tie it in a knot and like tuck it up. You can create some different shapes here if you do it on both sides. It kind of like crops it a little bit, so it just creates a different silhouette. You could probably do it like kind of asymmetrical. You can do it on both sides. Just like a fun detail.
Works hard for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna like watch and see how Tibby ends up styling it in a lot of their live videos, and we'll play around with it some more. But that's just like a cool feature about the sweater. Again, gives you so many more options. So
I like to be so thoughtful with their features.
yeah,
and a lot of
everything
items.
has a purpose.
Yeah.
It's like a cool detail, but everything has a purpose. So I love that. And then I just have it paired with the Staud Wally ankle boots in black leather, just to create like a really seamless black look, but I love the play on texture here. It doesn't feel one-dimensional. But I did want to just like shout out that we restocked sizes. If you missed out, we just restocked sizes in these short black ankle boots, and then we also
wearing them also.
Yeah, we're both wearing them. They're such a great style. So if you missed out on your size, we just restocked sizes. We also just brought them in this beautiful mahogany suede. I'm really excited to play and style these as well, but these are like the most comfortable. It's maybe like an 1.5 inch heel. They're so comfortable on. They've got that pointed toe, so they give you that slim. Like these are gonna be so cute with a
And
like
to
with
the
a
back of
boot
the
cut
heel,
jean.
like they're actually wide, so
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like you're walking on a stiletto.
They're really comfortable. It's like the perfect, like you could wear these all day and be totally like comfortable in them. So just wanted to shout out that we got another color. I'm gonna
Love it.
change and
Perfect.
let Caroline talk through her.
Yeah, and actually, since Taylor was mentioning the Wally boot, I will say that with those sheer tibby pants, I was wearing the Wally boot. Totally forgot to mention those. And then I also have them on here as well. They're just such a versatile piece. And then same with the St. Agni bag. This is such a cute little guy, and it has a card case here. You can add some either AirPods or credit cards. And then it's just like a very slim profile. I like this because it adds a little element of edge to an evening outfit, but certainly can be used during the day as well. Okay, so my next, or this look rather, is leveraging sweaters as a tool to add depth. So this is the Staud Vanya dress. It's like a sweatery material, extremely comfortable, but I really liked leveraging a sweater here to add some depth to the look. The dress alone is fine, but I think it's much more interesting and more intentional with this sweater tied around it. So this is the Alex Mill, did I write this down? Gosh. Alex Mill, it's not on there either. Well, it's an Alex Mill sweater, we'll link to it. In charcoal, I know that's the color, but it really creates this monochromatic tonal look, so it really keeps that elevated vibe. This still feels dressy, it still feels very put together, but the sweater just adds a bit to the dress, makes it a little bit more interesting, and again adds depth. And an added benefit for me actually is it creates some definition around the waist. I was joking with Taylor that this dress I've seen in the store and sort of thought, okay, I'm not sure that I would ever wear that. I have 2 kids, not necessarily wanting to show off my middle region post childbirth, and feel like this is a great way to wear this dress that I would honestly think would never look good on me. So I think it's a fun way to really, I guess, leverage sweaters as a depth piece for maybe pieces in your closet that you feel like, okay, that doesn't fit me anymore, I don't like the way that looks, I don't like my midsection in that outfit. A sweater around the waist can really add a lot to a look and be a very functional tool in that capacity as well. That was my bit on the dress. Cool. Taylor has another dress for you.
Yeah, another dress and sweater combo. Kind of like similar concept to my last look. Sweaters as a tool to just tone down a really dressy piece. Maybe you bought a cocktail dress that you wore for a specific occasion, and it's just sitting in your closet collecting dust, or because you like really loved it. For example, this one from Sablin, I'm obsessed with the color. It's a strapless silk gown. Would be beautiful dressed totally up with like black heels, diamond jewelry. Like you could like dial it up for a cocktail event. But the color is gorgeous. It's like this really pretty emerald, and this is Sablin, so their silks are also like butter. They're so amazing. Beautiful dress. Let's say you bought it for an occasion or something that you just like loved, but I think a sweater helps you get more use out of those pieces because it can create a different vibe. Again, kind of tone it down. You can wear it to something maybe that's a little bit more casual. It kind of gives you the opportunity to wear this as a really cool skirt. And then this is the Nilly Loughton Tabitha sweater. I did reach for a size large in this just so that it would be longer and a little bit more oversized. I think it's hip when you're styling a sweater with a dress, or sometimes I have some of you guys come in here and you know, dressing clients. This is a strapless dress, so when I recommend throwing something on over it, I always recommend a cashmere sweater, and one of my tips for pulling a cashmere sweater is to pay attention to the silhouette. So this has kind of that like trapeze silhouette. It's not tight or fitted right here at all. It's just kind of like flowy and loose and not too long. So it doesn't mess up your proportions. It doesn't add extra bulk. It's still really flattering. It just feels relaxed and cool. This Tabitha sweater from Nilly Loughton has like the little specks, like it almost has like little specks of green in it. I don't know. I know we've tried to show this before. So this like really beautiful texture. So it actually works so well with the emerald in this silk gown. And then I've just got on like the tall, losing my words, the tall version of the Wally boots. So we have them in black as well as like a knee-high leather boot. I think this would be really cool with a cowboy boot. If you're, I don't know what the event would be, but if it's like, you know,
a holiday party?
Yeah, holiday party. I would totally wear this for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And you know, you feel dressy and really beautiful, but just like still cozy, like with a cowboy boot. It's so cute. Where was I going with this? Oh, the accessories. So knee-high boots, cowboy boot would be really cool. And then pulling in some kind of like, again, relaxed yet still really elevated accessories, I think helps keep it feeling dressy. So this suede Jerome bag, again, kind of, we've been styling this as a clutch, which I really love, repurposing like your really big tote bags as a little clutch for the holidays. And then I have on these really simple talisman hoop earrings. They're just like gold, 14 karat gold hoops with a little diamond. And they're really subtle but beautiful. I had these on with my last look and forgot to mention them. But I think like a really simple earring, especially if you're wearing a turtleneck sweater, just helps
really
elevate
refined.
it. Yeah, refined. Like this feels like maybe I'd like throw my hair back in a bun and do a you know, like a pink lipstick or something. Something just really pretty for the holidays.
One other thing to call out, I know on other lives and in our photo shoots we have styled a sweater like a trapeze style, or even just more of an oversized sweater with a skirt as well.
Yes.
I mean, I guess you did that previously, but I feel like with the silk skirt, or we have some leather skirts like that,
yes,
can achieve the same look. Doesn't have to necessarily be a dressy dress, could be a dressy skirt.
Yeah, yep. But like I have like several really dressy pieces I'm thinking of in my wardrobe that I haven't pulled out and worn in a really long time. And if you have the right sweaters in your wardrobe, it makes it easy to like pull them out, dress them up for a dinner, or for the holidays coming up.
I actually feel like this is something that you do really well in your daily style, is pairing like a silk pant with a chunky sweater. And then that instantly creates like a very cool, chill vibe with pieces that styled otherwise could be very dressy.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I love that combo. Okay.
It's a Taylor signature.
Oh. I will change and let
Perfect.
you talk about your last look.
My last look here. So Taylor's shown a couple of examples leveraging sweaters as a tool to kind of dial down a look. I think in this example I've leveraged a sweater actually to dial up a look. So I'm going to start with, come close, but I think this beautiful color rush, it's really hard to tell I think on the live, but it is this brush cashmere. It's beautiful, and it almost has this like fuzzy quality. I don't know if you can kind of like see that there. You can see that better. But it adds a lot of texture, so it instantly, I think, creates the outfit. I wanted to show it with this jacket, and I will also show it without really fast, and I'll stick it back on at the end, so you can get the full look. But there we go. But I think the texture here instantly creates the outfit. It really dresses up the look. The alternative here, probably how I would style it, halfway just being lazy, is to throw a black top or a black sweater on. As you're gathering, I really like the monochrome look. It works for me, it's easy, it feels elevated and very functional. but adding some texture really makes the outfit pop, add some dimension, add some interest. And I think in this scenario, add some sophistication. So this sweater, I feel like really dresses up the outfit. The back also has this really beautiful feature. It has a little V-neck, so that's a little fun for an evening look. You could also wear it with a V-neck in the front. And I've paired it here with the R13 Wayne articulated knee jean. These do run a bit oversized, but I kind of pulled them up and just belted them to be a bit higher to create that waist, and again, kind of add to that sophistication and dialing up I was going for with this sweater. And then I do want to call out, these are a new pair of Stod shoes as well. They are the Wally Mule. I'm like awkwardly showing them here. But they're this really beautiful color called Truffle. It's a brown, it's like a medium brown, but it almost has a little bit of a green undertone, taupe undertone, that makes it beautiful, in my opinion, with black, as well as with brown. And then the soles are black, so I just think it really sings with this outfit. And then I have the Diploma black belt with a brass buckle, and then this fun St. Agnes petite bateau tote. And then I do want to put the jacket on, because I do really think this is how I would style it. This is the by Marlene Berger Alaya trench coat, but I just think this adds an element of cool and really makes the outfit feel very put together and dressy. I feel like I would wear this out to dinner, I'd wear this out to brunch, maybe to lunch. It would be a fun outfit, to take to New York City or traveling somewhere, but also very easy, feels unfussy, and very comfortable, most importantly. And I guess the final thing I have on here is Felicidad mixed link necklace, so again, just kind of adds to that sophistication. That's that. Cool.
Okay, the last...
Love.
Thank you.
It's my favorite, I think.
Well, I wanted to show, this is probably how I utilize sweaters mostly in my day-to-day life, is as a tool to, I love it as a pop of color. So we did just get a new cashmere line in. It's called Soft Goat Cashmere. The fit is amazing on these sweaters. They are the softest sweater. They're not too heavy. They're not too lightweight. They're like the perfect sweater. And that's why we brought the brand in. But I love this tangerine color. It was just really speaking to me. So I wanted to show a sweater as a pop of color, and then a few different ways to wear it as an accessory almost.
Because it just makes the outfit.
Yeah,
it really does.
It really does. So one of the reasons, I can kind of show you guys the difference. So these would be my go-to classics. My trouser pants that I literally wear on repeat, my go-to white t-shirt. I could also do this with the matching blazer, as a suit, but I liked this brown. This is the Anita Bing brown leather jacket in a size medium. It's our last one.
The softest leather
I kind of
I've ever
want
felt.
It's I know. Good. I just bought an Anita Bing jacket.
I'm like, can I sleep in this?
I kind of want this one.
So good.
Last one, size medium. Brady tee, size medium, and then these are the Tibby Stella pants, size 6, which I also kind of want. I kind of want this whole outfit.
It's a good one.
But this is my go-to, my classics, maybe pieces that I've been wearing on repeat all season. What I love is then introducing a pop of color to re-energize my classics. It gives it a different energy. I feel like especially as we get into daylight savings time and it's darker earlier and it's colder, I love a pop of color to make me feel re-energized. And it just makes me feel happy,
Yeah, and I do feel like...
So you could tie this around your waist, which I do like doing kind of as a belt. We've shown that a couple different times, but I love the pop of color with all of these colors. You could, throw it over your shoulders. You could do it as a scarf, which I also do all the time, walking in.
Truly functional.
Yeah, totally functional, walking in from my car in the morning. Sometimes I wear a sweater and then throw on another sweater as a scarf, kind of like you did earlier. And then I've got, layers that I can de-layer when I'm at the office, but...
You also could wear that as a sweater at the office, if you wore it as a scarf.
Yeah, I'll throw it on so you guys can see the fit as well. But this color is just so pretty. And I love like the bulkiness that a sweater gives you when you're wearing it as a scarf, almost more than an actual scarf. And then you're not like wrapping it around and around. I like love this bulkiness, and it's also like super practical. It's a great travel tip. Because if you're traveling and you can't fit a ton in your suitcase, like sweaters take up a lot of room in your suitcases, so being able to wear it like on the plane or when you're traveling
I
as
feel
your
like
scarf.
I always do that. It's like I wear it on the plane around my neck, and then I actually wear it as a scarf.
Yeah,
or as a sweater.
Use it as like a pillow in the plane, like such a great travel tip.
One other thing I want to call out as like the monochrome lover here, I feel like sometimes color can be really intimidating, myself included, and I feel like leveraging it as, you know, tied around your waist, tied around your neck is an easy way to sort of start dipping your toe in the water of color, if you will.
Originally, I had this styled full color. Like, I had this sweater styled with a pink sweater, and it was like a full color situation. But I wanted to show it like how I would wear it in my day-to-day life. Okay, this is the size small. This is called the oversized crew, I believe. Yeah. And it is pretty oversized, so this is how it fits. It's just, the neckline is super simple. Another tip for styling a sweater is wearing a white tee or t-shirt underneath. I think it's one of those details that just makes it feel more polished. And then you can de-layer, like you can take it off and you just have your t-shirt on. There's nothing worse than when you're just wearing a sweater and you're running around and you get really warm and you can't take it off. Yeah, the worst feeling. So also functional. And then this sweater is great because it's thin enough that you can still wear it, layer it underneath your jacket. So here's what it would look like the sweater on underneath the jacket as well. So just a lot of different options, but I love using it not only as a pop of color when you're wearing it, but as an accessory around your waist, around your shoulders, as a scarf, I think.
And again, don't discount it as a tool to get more comfortable with color. In the layering capacity.
Yeah, I think it helps change up the vibe.
Yeah.
I love a bright pop when it's like gloomy outside too. It just like affects my mood. Makes me feel happy. Okay, well, I think that's most everything we were going to talk about today. Thanks for following along. If you guys have questions about anything, let us know. We have so many really amazing sweaters in right now as well, so hopefully this inspires you to start playing with the sweaters in your wardrobe, thinking about them in a different way. If you're missing or need to refresh any of your sweaters, now's the time to do it because we have full stock and everything. Like once it gets really cold, or like once people start holiday shopping, our sizes go so fast. So if you are wanting to like refresh your sweaters, now would be the time to do it while we've got sizes. Always happy to send you guys information if you need it. And we will talk to you next week. Thank you. Bye.